Hello and welcome back to another video. Today is Psgl round 11, I think, or Singapore. And today, I'm not gonna lie to you, I was not confident at all going into this. But yeah, I'm still haven't not scored in Psgl in a Psgl race yet, so looking to carry that on since I joined the league. So. Yeah, looking to carry it on, and like anything can happen around here, safety car, virtuals, so yeah. But in the background is my first Q1 run, or sorry, my last Q1 run. So yeah, just taking it cautious, no need to take any risks. And at this present moment in time, I didn't realise, but I put on the wrong setup. I I was on about 10.8, 10.9 wing around Singapore. It was pretty much like a Mexico setup. So yeah, you'll see further on in the video how it's so set hampers me a little bit. Um, but yeah, you see it, the lap is it's not too bad, to be honest. But we're still down on our other time. Just being a bit cautious because I know there's a lot of time in the last where I'm planning to gain most of the time. Because obviously you can't push it full out in the first half of the lap because you just die and overheat in the last sector. So a 0.5 going to last, not very fast, but I know there's a lot of time in this last sector to jump us up the order. So yeah, that is why we're in P14 right now, because I got the wrong setup. But yeah, it's all it is. Got to drive it. So yeah, through the final sector, gaining time. This was a really smooth last sector, to be honest, right on the limit, and turning for the kind of corner, nice and committed. And up to line, it puts us P10. Oh my god, that is the most non-risk lap I've ever done. If I say that, non-risk. But yeah, in the end, you see that Yano only used one set, hence why he's in P12. And we had to use two. So Yano's got the advantage going to the next qualifying. But yeah, I see that I'm checking the times and eating. But now this is crucial because now I wanted to start on the mediums no matter what. As we now come through turn one, nailing it, getting it really hooked up. A bit too, I think I overslowed a little bit, so I had to correct the steering a little bit. But yeah, really good first sector so far. And then a bit undercommitted, but yeah, getting a really good first sector. And this is actually on the mediums because I want to get through to Q3 on the mediums because the soft die completely. And I didn't notice the times, but at this present moment I'm going to need to get in a really clutch lap to get through to Q3. I'm gonna have to put in a PB. Why can people not just like get out the way? As I get angry and I actually mess up my lap, so I have to go again on minimum fuel. You see in the top right, we're really cutting it tight on time. As we cross the line, 3 seconds to go, and we just get across, which is good. And now as we head into turn one, not as good as the first time, but still. But then getting this well, but then I went too fast this time. And we've gone the complete opposite to what we did last lap. But then coming through it, getting a really good slingshot off the corner. Get a tiny switch from Barry. That helped us a little bit, to be honest. As we go up, so 199 first. That's a good first sector. But now this is where I'm going to be struggling on the lower downforce setup. But yeah, getting the apex nicely. And this has actually been a really, really good lap so far. Hooking the apex in, but then you see it just washing out, struggling with understeer, and then getting that well, getting it tucked in, and up to the hairpin. We're almost full lock. That's how much understeer I had, and yes, it's a 5.52 middle. So when I saw that, I was like, I want a really good lap. This could actually get me into Q3 on the mediums, which I'm not gonna lie, I would really need to put in a PV lap here to get through. And you see it just coming through. Yano just ahead on actually soft tyres. He's going for a different strategy. He's going soft to medium, so he's going slightly different compared to everyone else. But obviously being Yano, he'll make something out of it somehow. But yeah, coming through final corner for final time, really good lap, 34.4, and we get into Q3 in P6. Spencer's there, nicely done. But now into Q3, this is my used tyre run because I want to obviously save a set of softs for the race. And now out the final corner, up to the final corner, just struggling, see it understeer, and we're actually last, well pretty much last, as everyone finished their lap. So yeah, struggled the whole qualifying to get a lap in, because I'm just not used to the amount of understeer I have right now. But now this is where it matters, this is the lap we need to really get in and get a smooth lap in to hopefully put something in order. But now into turn 1, just after the black box, really nice, smooth, and then down into 3rd, up to 4th, and accelerating out. That's a good first corner, nearly a 10th up, and now as we go into probably one of the hardest corners on track, I get a little bit oversteer, so that's going to hurt us later on in the lap. But overall, it's a good first sector. So yeah, 0.5, that's pretty strong. But then missing it slightly, getting a bit of understeer, but carry good speed, so it's fine. And then connecting that apex well, a little late on the power, but it's fine. Brendan sets a 7.87, and now we out of the final corner, out of the middle sector, into the proper Singapore sling it used to be called, I think it is still, getting it nicely hooked in, and then on that curve nice, and then into the hairpin. Again, just so much understeer, but we got it out the corner well, and up into the final sector, a 2.0 middle split, but we ran so wide. We ran really wide, costing us. We lost time to our used tyre run. This is where the tyres are coming in clutch for us. As now we head through the last sector now. Got it nicely turned in there, to be honest, and there. But just, you see, just not confident on the rear end of sticking. And you see that's a theme for his race, but then into the final corner, sending it in with 6 tenths up. It's going to be a P3 lap in the end. And 300s off pole. I really think I could have got pole there, to be honest. But yeah, here's what it is. Good lap either way, especially for what we were on. But you see a P3, Yano P4 on the soft. So I was expecting to get jumped by Yano here. Because the softs are mighty on the first lap, and they overheat straight away. But anyway, into the race, got Brendan in front, Barry in second, got 5 red lights, and away we go for the Singapore Grand Prix. But Yano actually doesn't get us, we get probably the best start out of the top 3, and now into turn 1, not risking anything. Thought Yano was going to go inside, so turned out of it a little bit, but now we're right on the back of Barry here. With this extra slant speed, we've got to try and get a move done here. You see out, we've actually got a really good run, to be honest. See it in the slipstream, but then decide to turn it off. Barry keeps it on, and well, we didn't even lose anything really, to be honest. Just showing the speed we have down the straight is pretty nuts. But yeah, so P3 is on the first lap. Not a bad position, but you're gonna see later on in the race, the lower downforce really does start to hit us quite hard. You see it just constantly losing in the dirt, yeah. Not being able to get it hooked up, and yeah, you see it, Brendan has absolutely just bombed it off into Narnia with some stupid race pace. I think he got a glitch where he got put on fresh tyres, so hence a little bit of the pace difference, but even so, his pace was
Brendan's
insane
flying
to this. As Brendan's flying, and we're almost getting dropped by Barry. And anyone that's played this game knows how hard it is to get dropped at someone's DRS if you're around the same pace as them. So it just shows, but you see it gaining about 4 tenths nearly down the straight. So yeah, just indicating how fast we are. But no, we are 8 tenths back, I think that is. 9 tenths now. Look at that, we just lose so much. And now we straight up lost like about 3 tenths through there. And
I just made a big mistake.
I say because by this point I don't actually realise that I've made the mistake of going on the wrong setup. But later on I will realise, and it will come to me that I am stupid, which is not ideal, but yeah, it happens. So yeah, it's it. Keeping him with Barry pretty nicely for his last sector, but it's here, the attraction zone, where he's gonna
Yeah, I just don't have
absolutely
pace for mine.
drop us out of DRS, which, yeah,
Struggling
not
quite a
ideal.
bit.
As now we come down the first straight, and we've dropped 3 seconds. It's now by lap 11, which is phenomenally bad. And we've got Nico Longe up behind us, as we're gonna wave him through, because there is absolutely no point in fighting him. He's got a lot more pace at this point, as we haven't used, but you see that he struggled to get alongside us there. We've actually backed off a little bit. I didn't expect that. As Jano's pitted now onto mediums, and he's going to the end. Nico runs a bit wide there, but yeah, that's all good. So I knew Jano was going to get a big undercut, but by this point I think I realised the mistake I'd made on the setup. So yeah, I think it was around this time anyway, but yeah, you see it just struggling already, half a second behind, and you see that the traction zone losing a lot, but then getting it all back, and now going to the final sector. What is Longe going to do? He's going to drop us. The answer is no. He actually, as you're about to see in a second, well, I think you see there a red X. He actually disconnected. You should hear me in a second.
Is that me or Nico?
I'll say, is that me or Nico? Because yeah, I didn't know if I disconnected or not. So all brilliant there, because there could be like a postpone the race by this point, because quite a few disconnected. Luckily we didn't, but yeah, it's not ideal. It's not how we want to race, but yeah, it happens, I guess. Yeah, now it's the end of lap 18 already. You see Wilson on the hard tyres. You see it 4.3, 4.1, 4.1 again. I know, is it going to go 4? No, we actually gained a little bit there. But you see, yeah, just he's gaining all the time. He drove a really good first stint, did Wilson. Thoroughly deserved in the place he is. He gapped everyone else on the Ultra, so fair play to him. But I just see it.
This is the worst thing I've ever drove on.
0.3 seconds, yeah, 8.1, 8.2. And now this is my end lap. The strategy we're going for is medium soft, which is the fastest strategy. If you're on a Singapore setup, but as you know, I'm not, so it's going to be a struggle. But yeah, give it a go either way. You see it just literally crawling through the final sector. We've done 20 laps and our tyres are in puncture territory, and yeah, it just shows how badly a low downforce setup can hurt the tyres, and where you don't mean to go on it. Go away.
Then in the end,
But you see Jano and Brendan already passed.
Cramp!
Oh
my!
Not ideal, but you see Alessio goes past, we come out in P9, and I go to absolute Narnia at the third turn.
My braking foot!
Which is not ideal, but yeah, we gotta keep going, keep head down, get the best result possible out of this. But now, on to 22. Alessio's flashing ahead, I see this, and we got 70 ERS on soft tyres, so it's going to be an easy move. Alessio doesn't put up a fight, we've absolutely come from about 7 tenths back. That is what you like to see. And now Louis Welch up next, through the final corner, and we've absolutely powered past him as well. But again, I'll be faster for 1 or 2 laps, and then we'll get to where the softs start overheating and the tyre wear kicks in, and we'll be dead. And again, just powering past Perigny. And next up is Nico Longay on the hards, which I thought was going to be quite hard to beat at this point, because obviously I'm on softs, I'm on the fast tyre, I will catch him, as you see on 26, but I'm not going to have the pace on him. Anywhere, like probably past this point, he's got better pace than me already. I've just after 6 laps on the softs. You see my face on this bottom right, I've realised the mistake I made, and I'm quite angry, as you can imagine. But yeah, we've got to keep going, head down, get the best result possible out of it. See, elongate 8.5, 9 tenths clear, and we got drops by him on the final lap, because the tyres absolutely hit a cliff. But it's actually Jarno and Longay, as you see ahead, going side by side into, I have absolutely no idea what this corner's called, but they're going side by side, and this is just going to open a door for us to maybe catch up if one of them crashes and snag a P5. But it's looking unlikely. They're both experienced enough to know not to murder each other on the final lap, so it was pretty obvious they weren't going to crash, but yeah, anything can still happen. See, just the tyres are completely finished by this point. Full lock through the hairpin, no traction, no lateral grip. As they're actually now going side by side. Longer around the outside on much grippier tyres. I'm losing the back end all over the place. Jarno and Longe going side by side, but then Jarno ends up having to back out, and Longe gets the position on his much grippier tyres. And so yeah, as you can imagine, not an ideal race for me or Jarno, to be honest. GT to Brendan, insane pace.
Jesus, what a race.
Wilson, and Jarno and Nico. Yeah, not an ideal race, but it
That
happens,
was
and we just got to get on with it, to be honest. But it will be USA next, so hopefully we can get a good result there and carry some momentum into the final 3 rounds after. But anyway, that has been me. I hope you enjoyed this video. I know it wasn't the most action-packed race, but yeah, we have those races sometimes, and it happens. But anyway, cheers for watching.